Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you able to hear me?
Yeah, sure. It's good.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, Jamil. How are you? How's
Yes.
your day?
Yeah, it was a little bit quiet, hectic, but it's good.
Okay.
So let's start now.
Okay, sure. Jamil, I
Do you
think
have any?
Alfresco projects are very low, right? I think nobody is not using Alfresco, very familiar with them and all.
Sorry.
I think Alfresco projects are very low, right? Nobody are using that one frequently. Is it so, or they're very good projects in Alfresco?
Not Alfresco in that you are using for the what purpose that is depend upon.
Webcam? Okay.
If you are using as a document management tools, then it's very
Mm,
good application.
okay.
But as a web content,
Mm,
it's not a very good. It's not a high rating in the web content management because on the
okay.
top of that there are the lots of for example, someone want to use the Alfresco web content management in the
Mm,
backend, use the Alfresco for the document management. Why?
okay.
Because they provide the collaboration, they have cloud services, you can create the site, you can share. So for the document management, it's very good tool. But
Okay.
as a web content management, it does not
Mm,
provide as much as a function
mm,
like you go for the
mm,
library or the
mm.
terms or any other tools like a Drupal.
Yeah.
So so that could be the reason. But yes, if they have more than 1800 customers, they are serving in around more than 100 countries. So nowadays you might have heard this news, uh, a
Mm,
documentum from IBM. That is also very good document.
yeah. Okay.
So if you had read somewhere the history about the Alfresco, the guy
Mm,
who has implemented the documentum in the IBM, after
mm,
after some time they left the IBM and they created their own application is Alfresco.
okay.
This year what happened? The open text, you might have heard the name.
Yeah. John.
Open text is also very good the content management tool,
Mm,
and they acquired this documentum tool
okay.
this year. So nowadays the open text has become a very means large
Okay.
company as a
Um,
content management system.
I have worked on the Sitecore project. It is also a website content management, but it is on the .NET and MVC framework.
Okay, that's good.
Mm,
So
yeah.
that was the document management or web content management.
It is consists of web content management.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I have seen in the one of the project I was working for the open text company, and that
Okay.
was using the Alfresco project.
Oh, okay.
So I was as Alfresco developer,
Oh,
and
good.
the open text was our the client, and
Okay.
the, and they were using this Alfresco. Apart from that,
Okay.
I have seen some of this request I have got from the one client. They were using
Mm-hmm.
the open text. Yeah, open text is a, I will not tell this not a good content management, but this is not a customizable. Yeah, customization is not easy like Alfresco.
Okay.
So that when I went to the first time the transition, they told that customer don't like the open text UI, and the customization is not as
Mm-hmm.
much easy like Alfresco. So they were moving from open text to Alfresco.
Okay.
So it's and the second most important thing is regarding the Alfresco. It's very cheaper than other means very broad document management system. This is also
Okay.
one of the reality
Okay.
that likes the Alfresco.
Okay.
If you will go to the another any document management system, either it's for the IBM or Oracle,
Mm.
the customer support and the license fee is very much
Oh.
high
Okay.
compared to this.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, Jim.
Anything? Any doubt you have?
No,
Regarding the yesterday session?
I have practiced Jamil, understood some basic thing of content management.
Yeah, so means you are able to create the page.
Yes, Jamil. Yeah, I created the page and I got the basic info, like and all.
Okay. So,
My understanding is Jamil. Suppose I created under the authentication user, right,
mhm.
in XML file. So suppose if I want to display the user name inside the page, like welcome, like suppose your name is Jamil, so welcome Jamil to the
Mhm.
new page. So based upon the username which we enter, it should display the username after login. Can we do that, Jamil?
Yes, yes, yes. That the topics I am going to start today.
Okay, okay, Jamil.
So actually, the next time, yesterday I shown you that what is the page, because you will have starting this imagination, okay, how the internal things is going work. So I had just created the yesterday page, so you will have the basic understanding. Okay, this is the same way is page is getting created for this web content management as well. That way we have imported the demo data, right? And you
Yeah.
see some pages. So what they find as an approach, so they might have also create some pages. In that pages they are displaying some data, how they are
Mm.
displaying the data. So now you have just idea about that, how the UI will work and how the presentation layer not defined. This means you have just means high level the thoughts. So as you have raised the question just now, okay, I want to display the name of the
Yeah.
user, and that might be you can say tomorrow, okay, I want to display the data what the current user has uploaded,
Mm.
and you may say that, okay, I want to display the birthday of the user. I want to have
Okay.
a HR page where the birthday should be displayed. So
Okay.
now you have a question, okay, from where I will get the username or from where I will get the date. So
Yeah.
what could be your answer? Your answer would be from the Alfresco repository or
Oh.
Alfresco database, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next question would be come in your mind. Okay, I know that I have a data in my Alfresco repository or the Alfresco database. So means don't think about this database here. We need to think in the concept of the repository. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whatever we have, we are not going to touch a database. Alfresco has provided the each and every services to get data from the database, whatever the data you want. So they strongly recommend, okay, don't touch my database design. Whatever the
Okay.
data you want from the database, use our API, and through that API
Oh.
you can get the data.
Okay, Jamil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I was moving to the next question, yeah, I have a data in the repository, but I want to display in my a new page. So how?
Okay.
So you for that, as you means a standard application, you write you hit the some URL, right? On that URL, that URL goes to the server, and from the server they write some API and they execute on the server, and based on the URL or their request, you got a response, and that response you display on the UI. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So now here, so interacting with or talking with our Alfresco repository,
Mm.
the another things comes into the picture, that is called a web script. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
So web script is this. I will not much go into the frame. I will go in the later in the detail. So Alfresco work on this surf framework. Like if you might have heard that in the Java, we have for the any kind of the web application, you might have a different kind of framework that you use,
Yes.
right? That
Yeah,
make
yeah.
life,
Obviously.
yeah, that
Mm.
make your life your easy. There are the
Mm.
many APIs are already available for that framework, so you use that, and You handle all this request and response. So so as you have a basic introduction of this Spring, so I had already planned that just for the basic understanding, I will take one day session on that.
Okay.
So, so in the Spring, they have the Alfresco with the Spring partner. They have created the another framework that is called Surf. And the Surf framework is like it's a component-based programming. So means you have the UI, and that UI you have the multiple sections. So in the section they don't want to like a static section. Okay, in this section you can have this kind of data. That data
Okay.
you can display any of the corner of your site, right?
Yeah.
So that's for the component-based framework. So
Okay.
what are the components you want to display on the which region of your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So based on that, they have created the web script. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
So today I will just go to the because the web script it's the core part of the entire programming in this Alfresco. If you
Okay.
will understand this is the very well, so it will be very easy to implement or customize any of your business application or any of your functionality.
Okay, John.
So let me start from here. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Jamil.
Let me move to the other slide. So what is the web script? Okay. So web scripts offer a RESTful, the RESTful API. What is the RESTful?
Yeah, representative state, it is like a mediator between two applications which is used to integrate.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
we had a web services like the SOAP-based web services and REST-based web services. So
Yeah.
for they use the REST-based services. Just they request the call and they go to the server. From the server, they directly get the data whatever you want. So if you have that URL, you have created the REST API. You have a URL which handle the REST API. So what that URL does, you send the some request that may be with the some certain parameters, and you get the response. So it
Yes.
doesn't matter what technology you are going to use as a front end. You might be using the PHP, you might be using your .NET or the Java application. So you
Yeah.
have concern if you are using any of this technology, you can call that URL through the Ajax, and the Ajax you will pass that will pass to the any of the server, and the server will respond to you, and that response data you will display on your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that, the web script follow the same kind of the RESTful API tradition, which is specifically meant for this Alfresco. So you can integrate any independent application with your Alfresco repository. So the most of the application Alfresco works in the
Yeah.
backend part. So like I was working in the last of the project. So based on the Alfresco was at the back end, and on top of that there are three different applications, and all these three different application was interacting with the Alfresco, and they have a data in the Alfresco, and just whatever they have needed, they just get a REST call, and they get the data from this repository, and they display on the UI.
Okay.
Apart from this, they have Alfresco provide other APIs as well. That is the called CMIS API. I will take a, on that session as well. So that API, where they, as I told, as I was telling in the start, we have the very large amount of this web content or document management system, right? Like OpenText, Documentum, Alfresco, like lots of. So like for the if you go to the database, you have the query, right? You have query pattern. So if you are
Yeah.
use the multiple database like Oracle, MySQL, or Postgre, so query is almost similar on this each. Not might be exact similar, but almost the similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they for this Alfresco, they have get together all this document management system, and they decided, okay, we should have a follow some a standard, and we should create the API. Through that API, same API, we can interact with any of this content management system. Okay.
Okay.
So if I will write a select a star from this content type, so that select a star, this line of the queries should be work on the open text as well, documentum as well, or Alfresco as well. So suppose tomorrow I want to change my application. Okay, I don't want to use the Alfresco because it's not fulfilling my business requirement. I want to move to the open text. So the end user should not be impacted. Okay, I need to change all this API. So that should not be used. So they use the web. They use the CMIS API, and there are lots of API. So you can write as a common API which can be interact any of this standard document management system. So that we will see that in the later. That is the detail. Okay. So now today we are going to concentrate on this WebScript introduction.
Yeah.
So just we have so you understand why we use the WebScript.
Yes.
So just
To fetch the data from the content repository and to display it in the front end. So
right.
we are using the
Just for we use the discussion, we through this we talk with this data repository. So just I will go to the further steps for the Alfresco. Just you have you wrote any of this you know the URL like get, post, put, delete, all this method, right?
Yes, Jamil, yes, I have.
Yeah. So this support the WebScript also support of this all this kind of this browser level the method. Okay.
Okay.
So there are the basically two kind of the WebScript. This is the logically two kind of WebScript say in this their document, but I feel it's not good to have a divide the WebScripts. Logically, but it's data WebScripts and presentation WebScripts. So
Okay.
what does mean by exactly? You are not going to interact with the Alfresco. Okay.
Okay.
Just you want to display like a static page or some custom information you want to have, then that is used for the presentation WebScript. So like we have MVC pattern, right?
Yeah.
Model
View
controller.
controller, yes.
Yeah. So what is the model? Model view controller model where you write the business logic, right?
Yeah, model will have the business file logic and view will have the front end display code. And the controller will act as a transfer in between those two.
Right. So presentation WebScript, you can simply understand its work as a view. View part, whatever, how to display the data, what are the data. So that is the presentation layer. And the data database WebScripts means you are requesting to the Alfresco repository to fetch data from there.
Okay.
So once you fetch it, it's like a controller, you can say, interacting with the repository and getting data, and that data is submitting to presentation WebScript.
Okay.
Yeah. So like here is the standard definition is written here. The data WebScripts provide a server interface for the client application to query, retrieve, update, perform process, typically using request and response in the format of such as XML or JSON. So if you hit any of this URL from the backend, so you have basically you have a two format to get a response. Either you can get in the XML format or JSON format, right?
Yes.
You have a standard configuration. So same way, and the WebScript also follow. So WebScript is nothing new. Just you can see this has the more extensive feature. For example, if you have to normal, you are going to write any code. Okay, I want to get data from the repository, so I have to write the Ajax call. In the Ajax call, okay, whether the response is this. So you write 100 of the line.
Yeah.
So instead of you are having the hundreds of line, they have just created a method, a standard method. Just to use that method and call and pass that parameter. That's it. You don't need to write each and every component of how you will handle. The rest of the things, this API will be descriptive API will be handled for you.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So presentation web scripts lets you build user interface. This includes the dashlet. You know that if you want to create your own dashlet, so you can have Alfresco Explorer. Nowadays, Explorer is not using since the 5.1 version has been released.
Yeah.
So till 4.2, we have. Let me tell you. Have you seen any application before the 5.0 version?
No, Jamal, we started using from 5.0 only in my project.
So, you know, in the before the 5.1, we had a 2 var file, share.var and alfresco.var. So alfresco.var, like it's uh, completely like repository things. They had a UI. You can directly perform in the repository level. So what they have did in this file, so they whatever was the functionality available in the Alfresco Explorer, they have exposed in the Alfresco share. So instead of having the two different application, they will have just one application. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the simple, like if I will show you, so if I will show you localhost Alfresco, you see this is Alfresco bar. So currently you are able to see just a link here, right?
Yes, yes.
Maybe later on they will delete, they will not have at all this link. So what we had previously, once I will click here, we should have a login page here. We can log in here and we can see all these folders, files, and all the things inside there.
Okay.
So all these things nowadays is coming the Alfresco share.
Yeah.
Alfresco share. So this is the only UI. So let's move to the next slide. So now let's move to the further steps, how we create this web script. So we have basically 3 files to write the web script. So first is the description.document. In this description.document, what we do, we write, okay, the basic, what would be the URL. Okay, if you are going to perform any action from UI, so you have to map that URL, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if I have a hello, so if I will click on the hello, so what action should perform? So you will have some mapping.
Yeah.
So like a description, I will show you all the details, how the codes look like.
Okay.
Okay. So the main important thing is here to understand the naming means you can't write any of the name. You should follow the naming very strictly. You should follow the naming convention if you are writing any the web scripts code.
Okay.
If you are writing if you are defining your related to means URL should be required authentication or not. Okay. So you can give any web script ID, means you can give any name.
Okay.
Any name that should be unique. That name should be the hello. That name should be the HR data. That name should be anything, but that should be unique across
Okay.
all the web scripts.
Okay.
And after that, you have a dot. For example, I have to write the hello dot HTTP method. What method you are going to perform from the UI. Either you are going to put the get method, post
Uh,
method,
put,
method. So you have to
yeah.
write the method name here.
Okay, Jamil.
So hello dot get dot
Okay.
desc. Desc means the Alfresco will automatically recognize this file. Okay, this is the description file, descriptor file. Descriptor file, that means you might have a mention the URL, whether you want to transactions with this repository or not, and there are the various the parameters. I will just go through all this.
Okay.
So this is the pattern, naming pattern you must have a follow. So once you have define all the mappings and all the things, then corresponding to that, which controller you are going to call. So how they will identify? Again, you have the web script ID, and this ID should be similar to this ID, descriptor ID.
Okay.
So if I have written hello here, here must have the hello as well. So if Alfresco will find, okay, for this descriptor ID hello, I have hello here as well. So I need to call this controller.
Okay.
Okay. Again, the method name, either it's this JavaScript is going to being used for this get or post. So if you have already get, then here should be also get.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have the XML file, and again after the XML file, you will have some method, and after that the response. Once you will hit the data in the repository, so you want to get the response in the which format? Is XML or JSON format or what it is? So again the ID will be the same. Web script means hello should be there. Again the method like the same get or post method. Then which format you want, JSON or XML, or is there any format? This is optional, a status code. For example, if you want to display the error, okay, if you have a bad request, or in the background you have it's thrown the exception. So this is optional. You can write your error code 404 or 500 or 400, whatever the error code will come.
Okay.
Any doubt in the naming convention?
No, Jamil, understood this one. This one FTL is like a template file, right?
Pre-marker
Pre-marker template. Yeah, it is similar. Looks like what you said before while creating the pages.
Right.
Like.
Yeah. That FTL would be same.
Yeah.
So now we will go to the. So again, it's important where you are going to put your file.
Files. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have created the descriptor.xml, so where you have to assign. So there are the different location is defined. So again, you have two ways to apply your changes. First way, they have provided this in the repository. They have provided some folder where you can put your file. So what would you will get benefit for this? You don't need to restart your application.
Okay.
So for example, you have a web scripts, you can provide in this web script file. I will show you the web script extension folder. We have a different folder for the different path. This is the first way. Okay. Second way, directly you can put your file on this installation folder path. And in the Alfresco, for example, you have installed your Alfresco in the C drive, and the C drive will be location for the Alfresco, then Tomcat. In the shared, you will have extension folder. Under the extension folder, you can put your file.
File means which file? And the FTL file or?
Yeah, FTL, XML, whatever.
Yeah, okay, whatever files you can put it.
Yeah, this is you can consider the root folder, and from this root folder there would be the a different folder for the FTL, for the descriptor. So for this, if you are going to put this file in the binary location, so you have to restart your server.
Okay.
So for the development purpose, if you don't want to restart all the time the server, then you can use simply this server. But I always use this binary location because if you are going to deliver the code. You can't deliver the code from this repository, right? If
Jamil,
you
your
have,
voice is breaking.
okay, and now it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, if you have a certain code in your development environment, now you want to move those code in the production.
Okay.
So there would be the certain process, right? You
Mm.
have to check in the code in the repository. You
Yeah.
understand this thing of the right check in, check out.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Jamil.
Yeah. So you have to check in, then you have to create the var file, you have to deploy the var file. So for
Yeah.
this, there is not a guarantee anything. Okay, if someone has deployed on this that file in the data dictionary file, and someone might have a change, so it's very difficult to track those.
Okay.
For the development purpose, for the practice purpose, it's good to have here. Apart from that, if you are going to really going to do some business work, you should go to
Okay.
the technical further. Let's see some of this things from the UI. Let me put on the admin. I don't know recording has been started or not.
Yeah, it is started, Jamil. I can see the recording option.
I don't see here. I think it might be not visible for me.
Yeah. You can see the recording option.
Yes, it's recording. You got this last recording?
Yeah, yes, Jamil. I got it. Yes, they sent it.
Oh, okay. So if any confusion, if you don't have any understanding, just let me know. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Jamil.
So repository, and then you see. Let me move this. You see the repository, right? You
Yeah.
know about it. Repository. This is the root folder from where you can see all the file or folder, right?
Yes.
So this is the various standard folder they have already created. So they manage the data. That might not be that your data. They might be using their internal system data, and for the managing all this file and folder in this, some of them they have defined a standard folder. For example, if I will go to the sites, so if you will create any site, so the inside this site folder, the folder will be created. Like I have a WCMKS, I created a site.
CMQS.
So see here
Yeah.
is a folder. If
Okay.
I will create the folder, so they have created some default folder like a document library,
Yeah.
data list that has a different things we can see it later. So document at that document library, you will have all file and folder like you see once you will click on the site, right?
Yeah. Yes, Jamil.
Yeah. So this is the site maintenance. This data dictionary is a very important folder for all your implementation purpose. Even yesterday I told you that you can create the models, and I have told that you have a specific path on the binary location. Apart from
Okay.
that, instead of that, you can have upload your model here, and that will be rightly implemented. You don't need to just restart the server. But for the
Okay.
application 5.1, you don't need to worry about how to upload the folder. You can directly click it through your model through this model management tool, right?
Yeah.
So don't need to. So apart from this, see, you can see these lots of folders, and each folder have a purpose. So for example, if you are going to create the web scripts, so see here is the web script folder. So let me see there HTML file.
Your voice is breaking, Jamil.
Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Alfresco simple. Let me see. Yeah, see the some FTL default FTL file. So as I was telling, okay, we have to follow the certain the pattern
Yeah.
for the naming convention.
Yes. Yes.
So if you will see this block search, so this is the ID. Block search is the ID. Then get is the method. Either this is going to work for the get and post, and DSC means this is the descriptor file, and under this file you will have the definition. Let's see this. What is this exactly? So let me. This is the simple XML file. The parent tag should be WebScript. You have some short name, just it's for your identification of your WebScript. And then the simple the tag description, why you wrote this WebScript, you can provide the certain description. Now you see the URL. Okay. So you see the multiple URL. So multiple URL means either any of this URL you are going to hit from the browser. If any of this URL is matches, then it will be forward to a specific controller or FTL file. Okay.
Okay.
So if someone will click on this URL, even then it's going to hit the same code, the repository code, even they are going to call. So you can, there might be a possible of this, the multiple combination of the URL, you need data for the same purpose.
Yeah.
So apart from that, the format default means what you get as a default. So response. So that is they're trying to get in the HTML format. So whatever I am just clicking, the response should be in the HTML format. Authentication, what type of this authentication required? Like we have seen in the page as well.
Yeah.
For hitting the page. So yes, it's required as a guest authentication. So yesterday we learned we have one of the type of the user is a guest.
Yeah.
So you can either put on this no authentication is required, or guest or user or admin, whatever. Transaction is required or not. So you can also mention, okay, someone has hitting the URL. So whether you want to get data from the repository, or just you want to have some calculation. For example, you are just giving the two values, two parameter, and you want to add those value, right? So you have provided the value the 15 and 20, and you want this calculation on the server side. So for this calculation, you don't need to hit the database, right? Just you will write the some calculation method and you will get response. So in that case, you don't need the transaction. So if really you need the transaction from the database side, so you need to add this tag, otherwise you don't need this cycle. Life cycle, the simple, I will go to this detail in the what is the life cycle tags. So as of now, just it's a normal life cycle, this will be followed.
Okay.
So apart from this, one thing important is that if you are using the transaction is required, you can't have an authentication as a none.
Okay.
Okay. So for that, you have to give either the guest authentication, user authentication, or admin authentication. If you will have a none, so for the none user, you won't have to access on the database.
Okay.
Okay. So you see how this descriptor file look like.
Yeah.
Now let me back to the code. So we have seen the block search. Again, we have the atom. This is the response. So they are telling, okay, if there is any errors occurs. So this is the FTL file, and if the 400 error occurs, so this message should be displayed. Let's see how it's look like. This FTL. Yeah. See in the response, I got a status code. This is the FTL file. Either you can write a HTML code as well.
Okay.
And you can. So we will go through the more detail once you will start the practicing, and we will go to the API level.
Okay.
So okay. So if the 400 errors occurs, so they want to display error code, and in that error code they wanted what is the error code name. Okay. And the description of the code and what is the message they want to get data from there. Let me get you some again the sample code. Search item. This is the other block search. So you see, whatever you see the similar ID, these are the related to the same functionality.
Yes.
So tomorrow you have to find what are the controller for this block search. So if you see, so this is the like a JS file.
Yeah.
That means it's controller for.
Controller for this.
Yeah. So in the controller, what they write, they have the API, or it's JS file, so I think not supported by this Alfresco editor. So we will browser see. So they have written some Java. This is the not a JavaScript. This is the just you use the plain JavaScript. This is not like that.
Okay.
This is created by this Alfresco API, and they follow this. How they differentiate from the plain Java JS? This is by this naming convention. So internally,
Okay.
they have write the Java code. Okay, if I will find the file in the specific location with this kind of naming convention, so I will read those code, and I will, after the reading, I will parse those code, and whatever the information is there, based on this, I will try to execute that code. So here is the arguments. If you will, some of this, once we will go to this API level of this web scripts, we will understand what are these out of box APIs there, what are the root level API,
Okay.
like if you have used this system.out.print. So it's a define only. It's not this API is not written by you, right? It's already in
Yeah.
the JDK chart, and you use that. So like that, they have provided some all the root level APIs you can
What
use.
is this args.q, Jamil? Like
Key would be the
what?
parameter.
Okay. Args is like
Args is the argument is the variable in the queue.
which way?
You are
Okay.
going
Which
to the what are the parameters. So it's undefined. Some value is passing or not, or either its value is not. So it's not undefined, but the length of this parameter is the 0. So I am going to display the stator code is the 400,
okay.
and the message will be search term has not been provided, and redirect. It's just revert back to this client.
Okay.
If they are providing this some value for this queue,
Yeah.
you understand this parameter value, right? The
Yeah.
browser.
Yes, Jamil. Yeah. Good. Got it now.
At the rate of name, like something Dinesh. Okay, so you have put it in the parameters, and if you want to get the value from the server side, so request dot get parameter name, and you will get the value, right?
Yeah.
So like that they're using. So again, so see, this is the message code and code. So this code will be read by the FTL file, as I shown you previous the JSON dot 400 error. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is the same value is can be readable by this that FTL file. So
Okay.
if the 400 error will occur, so when we will say this is the 400 error, so okay, this is the value. If the value is not there for that parameter, I will display it as a 400 error. This would be my message, and this would be my action.
Okay.
If value is given, then I have the search is the again the root level API.
Okay.
So by the tomorrow I will go through all these root level API, what are available or not.
Okay,
And
Jamil.
in that API, we have this method, the listen search. This is out of box method. We haven't created this.
Okay.
This is provided by the Alfresco Webscript.
Okay.
So if I want to search some data in the repository, so there is the search dot listens, and what are the value? This is the text value. So they are going to search value in the repository, and they are, if they will found the some value, they will return the node. So you know the
Oh, your voice is breaking, Jamil.
now it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you know the nodes.
Oh, yes, Jamil.
Nodes, yeah. As I think I told you, this is the unique ID of the any documents, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So whatever the value is searches, they will return the document ID of all the documents, that is the node, and they are just displaying those node value. Okay, these are the nodes we have found, And if you want to have further performance, okay, what are the properties on the node? What are the data on the nodes? You will have next methods and API. You can work with that.
Okay.
So now where we are. So you just have a heads up about the what the JS file does. Oh, 1 second. Let me see if I can find some more file. Again, see, this is again for the categories outside the descriptor and this. So these all are the basic API. This is the default. They have some created. If you want to create your own, you have to put those files here, and I will show you how it will be. You will check that my Java, my web is how the web scripts is working.
Okay.
I will show you. So now it's oh sorry, why I'm going to create a folder. Web script. So as I told you, for the implementation level, they are the for example, you are going to email template. We will see this is the letter. So messages. If you have to do some internationalization, like you have some property in the corresponding to property, you write the value which should be displayed on the UI side. So for example, you have the property name, so you match it. Sometimes you want to see those website in the French language or Arabic language or Hindi language. You can have those messages. So we will see it later. Just I am telling for what are the folders for all note templates, presentation templates. There are lots of things. Once we will move the further, we will use this all this location.
Okay.
Okay, so web script extension, URL address. If you want to customize some workflow, so they have given you can write a workflow, your own definition as well here.
Okay.
So against that, you might have observed here. Here is the rule. See, so as soon as I will upload some files related to workflow, there would be the data. Sorry. Once again. Sorry for interruption, Dinesh. Hello.
Yeah, Jamil, no problem.
Yeah. So let me continue. Shared, I will show you. User home, this is the folder is being used. Once you create the any users, that name of that user folder will be created here. So these are I think we have seen these basic things. Location. Let's see the sum which I have already described. This is a light. Okay, hello.
Yes, Jamil.
Okay, so I think I have already described this. There is a simple code for the hello programs. Just you have to URL and FTL file. So this is the argument will not work because we are not passing any argument from here.
Okay.
So I will show you how you will see if you will write a certain web scripts. Okay. So there is the URL.
Jamil, actually I got one doubt. Like, suppose previously you showed like blog.search.xml files, right?
Mm-hmm.
That files will go through directly. Some users will not directly enter the search URL and search, right? It will be done from the any website and all. If there is suppose any website, so in that there is
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
You
In
can
that there
have.
is a search option. Like if they search in that, then it comes to this blog. So how to navigate through this URL and all?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Yes.
You are asking this the permission level
No, not
that
the
we.
permission level, Jamal. Suppose we have this WCMQS site, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that site there is a option called search box.
Mm-hmm.
If the user search on that and they click enter, it will go through this blog.search.url like the navigation path, or generally
Mm-hmm.
users won't give the direct URL, right, for searching and all. They will go through
Mm-hmm.
some website and all, like some searching purpose and all.
Mm-hmm.
So how that will actually happen, I got that doubt actually. Suppose you have this Alfresco sample, right? In the sample
Mm-hmm.
we have this and all. You scroll up Jamil once.
Scroll down.
No, no, scroll up this page. No, no, up, up.
Okay.
Yeah, here there is search files, papers, and sites, right?
Blog search, right?
No, no, on the banner tab, yeah, beside administrator.
Banner tab
Ma-
here. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
if you search here, this FTL will hit, or it is a different
Okay,
thing.
okay. Okay, you want to means how the search will perform, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's. I will show you. I will show you about the search. So this is the different level. If you will go to the advanced search, I will show you. Advanced search. See, there is a content level. You are looking for
Yeah.
the content or document, or so there. So if this will be perform at the best of this repository level default.
Okay.
Let me find it. Mhm. Wow, it's taking too much time. That should not be taking this much time.
Mm.
See, we found this two file blog.search. This is the PDF file, so that search might have worked in the under the content. Let me show you the other search once again. It's not properly there. If you will go to the site, any site, okay, web click start. Why it's too slow? So advanced search, content and folder. We are in the site. Back to the quick site. We should have, there will be some option. Either you want to perform at the site level or repository level. I'm unable to find this. They have changed something. Current page. Repository, yeah. So here is the option. You can specify either you can perform the search on the repository level or site level or specific to site. Hello? Dinesh, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Jamil. Please continue.
Yeah. So there is a level where on which level you want to perform the site. So currently I have performed the search on the repository level, even though I am not able to find that file, right? That we have in our repository.
Yeah, yeah, Jamil.
So what is the reason? Uh, if you have a little bit remember, in the content model, we had some tag is called indexes.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So in that indexes, we have specified whether we want to the full index search on the text, or whether we want to have a separated search. So it's sometimes if you tokenize search, so it's consider the dot as a tokenized. So if let me give the star here. It's still the same search result. So that means they are asking for provide the full name. Let me go to the share site once again, repository. Its repository is open. Data site, and again, publishing scripts, and take this example. I want to search this file. Let me copy all this. That should be displayed. There is some issue with the searching, I think, going on. Web quick start PDF. There is something is wrong in my system.
Okay,
Once we are going to search, so that file should be there. Let me search by name.
No, actually that blog.search we have given that, right? So that correspond to this search, or it is a different search in the website?
Oh, that is a different search. Oh, I am so sorry. You mean to ask that? That is,
Yeah.
they have created a FTL file, means if you, that is search for the specific blog.
Okay.
Okay. So if you will meet somewhere, so we'll see. This is not. This is a different search then.
Different. So this is all a site level, folder level search.
Right.
Site level,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, this is the correct. This should not be there, but at least it should be found there. There is something is wrong there. Okay, we'll see it later. So you mean to ask that search? Okay.
Yeah, that blog level search, how it is actually working front end. So I went to ask that.
Okay. So blog level search. So this scripts I haven't seen from where it's being used. As I told you, they have uploaded some example code.
Yeah, okay,
This,
General.
this is not means related to this search or their functionality. They have just given some example of the how you will create your web script.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll do
So
one thing, like tomorrow I'll create my own blog search and I'll try to use this code and I'll try like whether it is working or not.
okay. We can see this all these JSON, all these things.
Yeah.
So the next things, once you create the JavaScript, web script, so how you will execute it, right? There is another challenges. So if you will see, here is the share. Share services index. It's wrong URL. Service index. Yeah. So if you will see here, if you will go to this URL, let me paste here. I think you will get the recording. Okay. So you will find this URL. So if you will hit this URL, you can find all the what are the web scripts and you have deployed. So you can find all these things. ICO is a different framework is introduced in 5.0. I will take you one day on this as well. So the caching web scripts. So just see if you want to see what are the all the web scripts are available in Alfresco repository. Just browse that. These all the web scripts are available.
Okay.
So this see all these web scripts.
Yeah.
So if you have once you have created your own web script, you should be able to see here.
Okay.
Okay. So you can directly hit the URL and you can see the response. For example, this is some constant default. Let's see what we run here. So see, once I hit the URL, I get this response. It might be they see some JavaScript file. What is the URL for that? ID. This is the getter. This is for the clear cache. This URL. Some error with this web script. There might be required for the some actions.
Yeah.
And like that. If you are telling the search block, see, we should able to find it.
Okay.
Search block. Yeah. Again, two things. Again, here two things. You can write a web script at a two place. One for the share site and one for the Alfresco site. As I told you, the Alfresco site, they have a separated, only the UI level they separated. Internally, it's working the same. So for example, you have to perform some certain transactions. So you have to write those web scripts in this Alfresco site, and you will have the web script URL. So again, you will write some web script in the share site. So share site web script will call the Alfresco site web script URL, and through that you will get the response.
Yeah, the same thing which we are doing in the current project, Jamil, which you said. Yeah.
So let me show you. You can Alfresco. So how did you set up a development environment? Did you set up at your?
Yeah, yes, Jamil, we have set up. I have set up project development environment.
I want to see that setup, means which approach do you follow? Because there are the various of approach. So I will take you in that way.
Okay, Jamil.
Service dot index. Yeah, it's asking for the username password. That should be, of course, the admin. So see, here is the web script which is deployed on the Alfresco site.
Okay.
So again, we can see here all the URLs similar to we have seen in the share site. Let's find, I think if that should be this block search. See, we got it.
Yeah.
We were looking into this. So see, this is showing the place as well, app, company, home, dictionary, web script. Under the web script, we have this file, descriptor file. Okay. So for the block search, we have a different 4 URL as we have seen in that XML. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
So open this. What perform the operation 404? We are not providing any search parameter. So you might have a remember for the if we are not providing correct information. So for example, see if we will provide the blank. So search term has not been provided.
Yeah, that error we are getting.
So let's provide the test. So from the test we find all these things blocks.
Yeah.
So did you understand what the scripts were working? So the script was to search all these document which has a test file. So they are considering all this test file is as a block. You don't think about this means like a real-time example. They have just written the code and searching the code and they're displaying data from the repository. So they have created the link as well. So again, we can see this is the workflow. So now you have seen how the work and how you can execute the queries and how you can display those queries on the UI.
Yeah.
So let's go once again so that we will be able to understand more. The web scripts, what was the name? Search block. No, that should be in extension because they have created in a web client extension. Web script extension should be there. Web script. Yeah. This is the web scripts. And this is the search block. So we have seen this descriptor file. Let me show you all this URL. This was the 4 URL which we have mentioned in this XML. This is the same URL, right? Simple block search. I am trying to find, we are just looking at the correct file, sample block search, right? So again, we will just go back to this folder. So descriptor, so what this FTL file does, this is the HTML FTL file. So this file would be used for displaying the data. Okay. So see, this is the HTML file. This is the HTML tag that they use to display. So they got the user.context path, this value path, and again image, and then they have the logo this, so they are displaying the logo.
Okay.
See, here is the logo.
Yeah.
So this is the path they have provided like this. And again, block queries, what we have query pass.
What is the argument we passed, right?
Yeah, so let's see, we have the pass, the test argument. Again, they have created that one table, and they have brought how the FTL we write. Okay, so they have created the loop.
Yeah.
So the list is tag is a start from here and here. So in the loop, they have got all the nodes. From where they got all the nodes? From the result set.
Okay.
So from where, how it's finding? So this is the list is the tag to iterate the value. In the result set, did you remember in the controller? I will show you again that.
Yes, Jamil, we have declared one variable called nodes, and we have model.results that we passed that results at the nodes, right?
Right. So whatever we set the value in the controller model dot some variable. So with that variable, we can access in this FTL file.
Okay.
Let me show you once again. It will clear the more. Once again. This is the blog dot search. Oh, JS is not there. Open browser. Yeah. So we have written condition if argument is a null. So we have seen this. We have when we provided the null value, this message was displayed. Search term was provided, and if find, so they will search those data in the repository, and the whatever this they write in the nodes. So that node has been assigned to the result set. So whatever you will write here, model dot some variable name, model dot so model dot some xyz, and you will store. So with this value you can directly fetch the data in the FTL file.
Okay.
So for example, where we had FTL, yeah. So this is the result set, and this taking the variable. This is called alias value. Okay, whatever iterating, we can have assigned like you have the Java experience, right? So in the for loop you write the Java.
Yes, I understood this one. Yeah, we'll write the alias name, right?
Yeah. So you might have used the enhance for loop. You would just give some variable name, and with that variable name you can get the value. So again they are using the URL.context, the context name, that node dot icon 16. This is the some value. Let me see what is this node dot. There will be some variable assigned with this node value. One second. Again, we have first they will display the image. So with this, let me show you that will be more clear. They are displaying this icon, right?
Yes.
PDF. So they have a specific location. If we will go to this file, this is the node browser. We have just we have seen, we directly open the file and I can see this property here. So one second, let me find this file here. We find this file, right? Let me see here. Oh, that is a hidden property. Okay. So means that is value, that is the standard value. This is the standard value icon to get the image of the specific type of the file. So if you will provide this value, it will be automatically detect, okay, if this is the text file, so we have to for the display the image for that text file image. Okay, it's automatically reviewed. And again, they are providing the link like we have seen in this here. So here is the link. Then they are just displaying the node.name. You can display the further node.properties, node.something. So I think let me, if I can edit it offline, online, edit offline, edit in Alfresco. If they support this format, I want to add node.title after link. Yeah, that should be in the bold. Let me display the title as well. Save it. Node.title. Everything is fine. Now I have to go my web scripts. Where is that? I need to refresh this web scripts because I have made some changes. So where is that indexes? Let me find the no and service.index. So just I will do web script typical refresh typical. Here should be some refresh.
Yeah, refresh web scripts in the bottom, Jamil.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, refresh here. So it has been refreshed. Now let's try to execute that. Again, this URL, but we see the result. See the inspect and this, see they need to understand to read the error as well. So this .ftl column number 10. So if you do some mistake, so the main important thing, how you will find where we did the mistake. So they are telling error during the processing of this template, flowing has been evaluated the null. So because of, I have to check the null, because for the certain file, the title value would not be there.
Okay, yeah.
So if it is null, then they will throw the error.
Error, yes.
Okay. So at least you see the how to modify this file and
yes, it is explaining like it is giving the message like node.title in template.
right.
Yeah.
So you need to refresh like this. So is there any questions so far?
No, Jamal, this one understood.
So just you create yourself the web
Yeah, I'll
script.
create myself and I will try to use this in from the front end, like from the site level, how it is going to display. And
Just try with the step by step. Not means take a very much large and syntax. Just create the web descriptor file, which simple I shown you here.
Yeah.
Just take a simple short name. Just give one this URL, and that clicking on the URL, some HTML file should be displayed. Go step by step. The next, once you will able to run this, the next step you will create your own controller. So tomorrow I will, now you understand the flow, right? How to write the web script.
Yes, yes.
So tomorrow I will take you in the detail of this. What are the JavaScript web API. So tomorrow I hope that most of the time it will go to the understand this.
Well, tomorrow there is a class, like you said, Wednesday it is not possible for you.
Sorry. Day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I will inform you in advance 2 hours back, so you will able to attend.
Yeah, I can able to attend.
Okay, so let me 50-60% chances that I would not be able to take. But if I will
Okay.
get time and if I will, my meeting will be cancelled, then I will
Yeah.
inform.
Yeah, sure,
Right.
Jamal. Okay.
So you have time 2 days. You can have a practice on this.
Yeah, sure, Jamal.
You came with a lots of question. I will happy to answer that.
Okay.
And so we will deep dive in this. Currently, I didn't told you means, what are the API, what are the functions are available. You can use it. So day after tomorrow, I will explain the JavaScript based functions. The next day, this is the Java based web function. How to use the script as a Java. So this is the core part of all of this Alfresco that we have
Okay.
to understand all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's it for today.
Okay, Jamal. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Yeah. Have a nice evening, you too. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.